fabled heat, where magic meets desire. Subscribe to ignite the fantasy.
The scent of ozone and pine filled the air, sharp and electric, as Alara stumbled through the snow-laden forest. Her breath misted in the frigid air, each exhale a visible testament to the biting cold that gnawed at her skin. The etherium pulsed against her chest, a cold, metallic weight beneath her glove, its rhythm syncing with the erratic beat of her heart. Reese was close. She could feel it in the way the air seemed to hum with his presence, a magnetic pull that both repelled and drew her in. He had stolen it. The key to controlling the wild magic that surged through her veins, the very source of her power. Alara clenched her fists, her nails digging into her palms. She was not about to let him escape, not this time. The forest was eerily silent, save for the crunch of snow beneath her boots and the distant howl of the wind. Her senses were heightened, every sound amplified, every shadow a potential threat. She moved cautiously, her eyes scanning the darkness for any sign of him. A branch snapped behind her, the sound sharp and deliberate. She whirled around, her heart pounding in her chest, and drew a dagger forged from starlight. Its blade shimmered faintly, casting a soft glow in the dim light. "Show yourself, Thorn," she demanded, her voice steady despite the fear that coiled in her stomach. A figure emerged from the shadows, tall and lean, with eyes that gleamed like chips of obsidian. Reese. His dark hair was windblown, plastered against his forehead, and a sardonic smile played on his lips. He held up the etherium, the metal glinting in the moonlight as if mocking her. "Looking for something, Alara?" he taunted, his voice smooth and dripping with amusement. "This little trinket." Alara's grip tightened on the dagger, her knuckles turning white. "It's not a trinket, Reese," she hissed, her voice low and dangerous. "It's the only thing keeping me from losing control." Reese laughed, a harsh, grating sound that echoed through the trees. "Control," he sneered. "You call this control? You're a ticking time bomb, Alara, a danger to yourself and everyone around you." His words struck a nerve, igniting a fire within her. She took a step forward, her dagger raised. "Give it back, Reese," she pleaded, her voice trembling despite her best efforts to keep it steady. "Please." He tilted his head, his gaze piercing as he studied her. "What will you give me in return?" The air crackled with tension, thick with unspoken desires and simmering animosity. Alara's mind raced, weighing her options. She knew she was playing a dangerous game, but she had no choice. The etherium was her lifeblood, and she would do anything to get it back, even if it meant making a deal with the devil himself. She took a deep breath, her resolve hardening. "What do you want, Reese?" she asked, her voice steady now, her eyes locked on his. He stepped closer, his presence overwhelming, his scent, pine and something darker, more primal, filling her senses. "You know what I want," he murmured, his voice low and intimate. Alara's heart skipped a beat, but she held her ground. "If I give you what you want, will you return the etherium?" Reese smiled, a slow, predatory grin that sent shivers down her spine. "Maybe," he said, his tone teasing, "but first you'll have to prove you're worth it." Alara's jaw tightened, her frustration mounting. "Stop playing games, Reese," she snapped. "This isn't a joke." His expression softened just for a moment, and he reached out, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "I'm not playing games, Alara," he said quietly. "But you need to understand what you're asking for. The etherium isn't just a tool, it's a burden. Are you sure you're ready to bear it again?" Alara hesitated, his words giving her pause. She knew the etherium came with a price, one she had paid dearly before. But she also knew she couldn't live without it. "I'm ready," she said firmly, her gaze unwavering. Reese studied her for a long moment, his eyes searching hers, then with a sigh he nodded. "Very well," he said, holding out the etherium. "But remember, Alara, this is your choice, and choices have consequences." She reached out, her fingers brushing against the cold metal. As soon as she touched it, a surge of power coursed through her, familiar and intoxicating. She closed her eyes, savoring the sensation, before slipping the etherium back into its place beneath her glove. When she opened her eyes, Reese was gone, leaving her alone in the silent forest. She stood there for a moment, the weight of his words settling over her like a shroud. Choices have consequences. She knew he was right, but for now she had what she needed, and that was enough.